This is Eric Mwathe with Mwathe.com, September 4th, 2008. The market's down 249 points, about 2.16% on the Dow. We see the FXP, some of the UltraShort ETFs which we own are doing very well on the portfolio that I'm tracking. FXP up 8%, SMN which we bought late yesterday is up 7%. EEV, which we bought a couple of weeks ago, is up 6%. And we see the SKF, though it hasn't yet confirmed a buy signal, is looking pretty good. So these markets we've been anticipating a down market, and this might be, it's a big might, this might be the first leg down. The message of this video is you haven't seen jack yet. When this market drops, it's not gonna drop steadily, it's gonna tank. I mean, I'm talking 300, 200, 400 point days coming here pretty quick. So good thing is we have been anticipating this down leg in the market, and I've tried to position you. It's been really difficult because some of the stocks have, like the financial markets, have really held on to their gains. You know, the LEHMANs and the Fannie Mae's and the Freddie Macs. And this really was designed to draw in a lot of money. And now I think this market is not looking pretty if you're long. If you're short, you can sit down, scale out of your gains as we go along, because you really have to lock on to profits. You can never make assumptions in the market. If you're short the market, it's a good thing, like I said, but keep taking those profits as they come along. All right. Now let's go to the video. And again, let me just hey, gotta promote the business, right? This is we've been playing EEV for a while here. It has frustrated us, as it held the support around here, and finally the last 3 days it shot up from around 94. And in 3 days, up, I would say 15-20%. In 3 days. So the breakout finally came, and we are happy as we ride the gains. And this might be the beginning. It might be pullbacks down here, but for now, a good way to play the market has been to own this one, and we are being rewarded by that. Again, yesterday I sent you an email, text message alert about SMN closed week, but today we see following through big time, breaking out of the bearish channel as we discussed late yesterday, up 7%. I hope you got in the stock. That's way to go. Now, a lot of people because this market is gonna get very tricky, and part of it is because during a sell-off, a general market sell-off, they sell everything, including the kitchen sink. Okay, a lot of people have been playing this airline stocks. As crude oil went down, people are playing airline stocks, as a momentum idea. But you see, we are coming into channel resistance twice, so this game might also be getting a little bit too old. So I suspect the airline index is also going to start stalling, and might even be one of the short candidates for you to consider. The only problem is this is pegged to the crude oil situation, and they tend to be very news driven. It's not the easiest trade because they do have momentum, and selling momentum is not easy. So even though it looks like they're coming to resistance here, the airline stocks might still be having some strength left. So the best thing I would say is to short the weakest sectors in the market. If you really want to understand what is going on in the markets right now, I encourage you to subscribe to my upgrade to my secrets, because this explains why the market might be in trouble in the coming weeks. As we see the S&P 500 cracking an uptrend, it's held for a while, and we see what the RSI is doing. So I encourage you to get the My Secret so we can all be on the same page. It's only one-time fee for $79. Let's look at the QQQs. Again, it's been on a steady downward trend, and we seem to be threatening these RSI support lines right now. So that cannot be good. We look at the QQ at the Nasdaq comp, and we see it broke support about 4 days ago, and this here is not good. I mean, by the time we get to the oversold area, we're going to be really testing these lows right here. Let's look at the XLF. Again, we've been hitting resistance on these RSI top lines, and we came close and are now backing off. And if you think that the financial stocks have dropped, I don't think so, because they are still holding on to their support line right here. Should they crack that, oh man, this market is going to be in serious trouble. So the XLF is showing that the financial stocks are still trying to hold on to their support levels, but should they crack under the weight of this sell-off, this market is going to be in serious trouble if you're long. Let's look at the XLF. At the VIX. Now, as I discussed in an earlier video, and for you to understand the ramifications of this move, get those secrets, because this is big, and we haven't seen the VIX move. In fact, we are still below the averages. By the time, if this is really a sell-off, by the time we get to the 30s, this market's gonna be in serious trouble. Now, I do see some resistance here on the VIX stop lines, so that would be an area where I'll be looking to lock onto some profits in case the rally ends. The sell-off ends there, or if we break out, then wow, there's gonna be a crash in this market. Let's look at the SOX. I'm sure you've had this all over CNBC. SOX making, I would say, 5-year lows right now. If this weekly chart and these prices hold, we are going to be closing at 5-year lows. So you tell me how that can be pretty. This is not good if you're long the market. The UYG, I spoke about this on my Twitter blog last night before I went to bed. Actually, it was the last thing I did. And I noticed that it was actually trying to break out, and I was wondering, could we have had the call that the market was going to drop wrong? And today we see it retreating. The important thing for us to observe is that it hasn't broken the red line support trend, and should that break in the coming days, expect the markets to be down big time. So the financial market actually does seem stronger than other areas like the semiconductors and all, but usually some areas will crack before the rest of the crowd. And when this if this support on the RSI fails, you can bet your bottom dollar we're gonna see 300, 400 point down days on the Dow. And let's look at the XLF. The XLF, as I've discussed, we've played this for a while, has never really given us the strongest buy signal, and we haven't seen one yet. But I would still, I got in today at around 113 because, hey, sometimes you gotta try and get in there before the big boys. So